More air services agreements are in the pipeline for Trinidad and Tobago. That's the assurance given by Works and Transport Minister Rohan Sinanan. The minister and his counterpart from Curacao have signed an agreement that gives airlines operating out of both countries open spaces in each territory. At the signing ceremony, Minister Sinanan points out that his ministry has been vigorously pursuing the air services agreements despite difficulties to complete it. But he says there is now a template to work with.
Because what this does, as the chairman explained, it actually develops a tourist industry, it brings trade closer, and the benefits from these agreements are far-reaching. I understand we have the agreement with Qatar to be signed, I think, by February of next year. Then we go on to sign Ghana soon after that.
Despite having direct flights twice per week to Trinidad, Minister of Traffic, Transportation and Urban Planning of Curacao, Charles Cooper, says that planning the itinerary between flights still has its difficulties. He says he was required to stay over in Panama for 7 hours before coming to Trinidad. He notes that his country's strategy was to first maintain connectivity in the Caribbean.
I think as islanders, especially in the Caribbean, we have to team up together, and we have all the potential to grow these businesses based on air service that we can provide together and target the other part of the world.
Chairman of the Standing Negotiations Committee on Air Services Agreement, Anthony Vieira, explains there were several reasons that agreements can be stalled. He says a change in government, difference in legislation and legal systems, and need for translators were just a few. The Air Services Agreement between Trinidad and Tobago and Curacao was started in 2013, and the recently signed agreement with the United Arab Emirates began 13 years ago.